Well, we've got some action here. These guys bailing down in behind my house. So they've got this strip here just about done. I am a couple miles away up on the back road. So once we get turned around and going back the other way, maybe I'll have a better reception from the drone here. I am in the combine going the opposite way. Being I'm in the combine, I keep getting a weak signal adjust antenna alert here. So it looks like Jared's got one windrow left in this field. Today is Tuesday. I combined this field here on Saturday. It rained on Sunday. This field, they tedded yesterday, had to ted it a couple different times. This was the field that I was combining in. Well, I did one time around, and maybe I did a couple times around. And then I had that universal joint go on that shaft going into that separated drive gearbox. So they've got another field down in below it here. And then there's a field that they are currently raking in right now. And that field is just on the other side of a creek. As I get turned around here, I can get things positioned to kind of give you guys a visual of where they are at here, where everybody's at, what everybody's doing. These bales here are just going up into our hay barn. We'll give you a visual of that here in a second. I gotta get squared up. There we go. So, yeah, looks like two windrows left here. We'll kind of fly over. You can kind of see the water line where it came across this cornfield here. Water line that got dug last year. You can see the path across that cornfield. And the little building that the water pump and everything is in is right there, that gray building there. So we'll get turned around here. Other field that they're going to do next is that field right there that Whitaker is currently raking right now. So again, this was all the straw had to be tedded out because of the rain that we got on Sunday. We got about an inch. He's making like a 32-foot swath there, and by the looks of it, he'll end up going back the other way, and he'll put like 4 into 1. He's got a double rake. Yep, go right back the other way and sweeping everything into one big row. So from there, they've got yeah, this field that Jared's in, and the one that's on the other side of the creek, the one that's down in on this side hill here, the dude. Kind of see him down right there. And that little spot in the field was that's about the halfway point of the water line. Kind of just turn you guys around here. We're kind of over the top of the water line here. You can kind of see it right there, come up across this one cornfield. It comes up through the yard between my father's house and my brother's house. of the road. And up across this field. Swings around. Open the camera too much. Swings around there, and then it goes up to, open the camera the wrong way, up into the new parlor here. So we'll go ahead and fly up to the field that I'm in, which is a couple miles away. This drone here, that'll zoom in quite a ways, and it'll do, I'm doing 46 miles an hour with it right now, flying back to the field that I am in. I combine, this farm that I'm on is all full of strips here, about 125 acres or so on this one farm. And there's Jared on the phone here now. Hello? I looked at a seat base, but let me send you a picture of it. Oh, you're on the tractor. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Call you back. Alright, yeah, that's good. So this one field here I started Saturday night. They tedded around the outside of it. What I cut Saturday night, and then the windrows that are in the middle here, I combined here yesterday. Up. I did this next strip here. Combined that one last night. I started this next strip here. Got, I don't know, 3 times around that. I'm getting turned around here, so let's head down. Auto steer engaged. I got a couple 3 times around this one field here. And I went over into the field that I am in here now. There I am there. I had to do a bunch of passes on this headland here because of some sprayer tracks that I didn't feel like crossing over every single stinking time here. I'm zoomed out quite a ways on the drone. I don't even know where I'm actually at. Alright, there we go. I'm to regular camera now. It'll zoom in quite a ways, and I had to use the zoom on it in order to get to where they were baling. I guess Jared's running front end unloader, loading bales, and Andrew's baling. They had the seat break apart in the 7710, so that's what Jared was calling me about. I want to know if I found anything in particular as far as parts for that seat. So I've got this field here that I'm in, and then I've got another strip on the other side of this one. Kind of see that off in the distance, and then there's one narrow strip in behind and on the other side of the road. couple drone videos I did, everybody's wondering why this head jerks up and down so much. I guess I've never noticed it jerk up and down that much, but you've got to remember that the crop dividers that are on the outside of the head are spring loaded. I run the head right on the ground so that I can get all the straw that I can get. So the head is moving somewhat up and down. It's just jerking ever so slightly, and it makes them crop dividers jump a lot more than what the head is actually moving. So this wheat here is just shy of 13% moisture, and we're yielding over 100 bushel in this particular part of the field. I purposely waited to put the drone up until I got into this better wheat. We are down to the last 100 acres here right now, and we should be done by tomorrow night. Everything goes according to plan. I broke an eyeball on this auger here last week. Had to go hunting for parts. My uncle had 2 of the eyebolts, and I just broke another one just prior to putting the drone up in the air. I do not know why they are breaking. I kind of thought the reason why that first one broke was because of taking in green wads and having to reverse the head. But prior or since I replaced that one eyeball, I have not taken in too many green wads to where I had to reverse the header at all. So I don't know if I've got another underlying issue there. No, the chain is not too tight. I don't have any problem like that. So we'll get turned around here. We'll run the drone until we get to the far end of the field, then I'm probably going to be out of battery. This drone here, I can get about 40 minutes out of a battery. The other drone that I had, I could only get like 15 to 20. This one will do, well, realistically, it'll do a half hour to 40 minutes. So it's considerably better as far as how long the battery will last. Got the sun kind of working in our favor. That's kind of in behind us a little bit. Does have obstacle avoidance on it too, and this one has obstacle avoidance all the way around the drone, all 4 corners, both sides, front and rear. The last couple drones that I have had have only had the vision sensors on the front of the drone, although it won't necessarily crash into anything, but it can't see anything small like tree branches or power lines. I'm not sure if I could get this to just hover in front of the combine and then use the obstacle avoidance to keep it from, keep it backing up the whole time. But if it hits the cab of the combine, guess where it's going? It's going right into the header. You guys can't quite see me in the cab at all. It's beeping on the display there on my controller that says, you know, hey, you're getting too close. I'm having to fly it backwards here now, but so we'll get this to the end of the field and put the drone away. I've got to call Jared back and we'll have to see what he's all got going on. He said the air conditioning quit on the tractor, so that's no good. But it is what it is. I know some of you are probably going to ask, this is a 20-foot head on this combine. Some other comments I got was how ugly this canvas cover looks on this combine. We have been out in the rain twice with this now, and I didn't have to worry about getting back to the truck in a hurry and, you know, getting it offloaded and then getting in the truck and running back to the farm. Then a couple times it looked like rain. I just had the guys come get the trucks out of the field. I kept combining, and the trailer was in the field both times. That's got a tarp on it. I was able to just utilize the trailer in case I needed to offload. I just rolled the tarp forward, offloaded, and then pulled the tarp back again. So we'll go ahead and land this drone here. And this is just some mediocre coverage of them guys bailing and combining here and jaw jacking. So that's going to do it for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we will catch you the next one. Take it easy, folks.